Hi, I'm Pharaoh, and today I'm going to do the Corvette Expedition. I don't know if I do all of it. I'm not in a special hurry, but I have a save that I always run all the expeditions from. I think I've run all of them, or at least most of them. I'm not sure if I missed out one or two. But the whole point of this save is to just run expeditions from. So I don't mind taking stuff to help me because it's part of the whole point. Hi, Gravnort. Hi, John. So yeah, the whole point of this expedition, of this save basically, is just to build up stuff that I can take with me on expeditions, run expeditions, build up stuff to take on expeditions, and at the same time I'm building up as a normal save because my other normal save is a little bit broken. It's been through so many experimental branches where I didn't properly keep an eye on save versions, and it's got all sorts of problems with it that doesn't really bother me, but it'd be nice to have a better save that didn't have those problems. So at the moment, I'm just deciding what to take with me. I've got a few things ready to take with me. It's like, I don't actually right now. I used to have loads of tainted metal on this save. Obviously, since the last time I ran an expedition, I didn't bother to do any derelicts, but usually I would run a few derelicts before I did an expedition so I could take plenty of nanites with me. So I've got a few things I can burn for nanites. I don't really need, I suppose I've got space. I probably won't take the whole lot. I'm going to take some hypercores with me. I mean, basically, once I get to the anomaly, this save will be relatively simple. I'm going to take a walker brain. I know you get given one, but you can always leave it in here and reclaim it afterwards. I've got some runaway mold I could take with me, I guess, just in case I need more nanites. I'll go through the technology I'm taking with me in a minute. A few ion batteries and some life support gels, because why not? I'm probably not going to take an awful lot more. What else have we got? I suppose I've got... No, it's not worth taking. I suppose I could take the Atlas Pass, but I might forget to bring it back with me. I don't think I'm really going to need it. Thinking of this expedition, all we did really was we went from space station to space station, upgraded stuff, did a few things in space, and there were a couple of things on planets, but not very many, I don't remember. I think it's relatively straightforward. I mean, some of the speedrunners are doing this stupidly fast. No, I don't think it's much more. So what I'm taking with me, I always take a personal refiner Mark II with me because it's easy. Obviously, on the Corvettes, we do... Oh, that's something I should do. Okay, hold that thought. Hyperdrive module. Oh, I'm going to have to start it from here, though. I bet it doesn't stay in here. Let's see what happens if I go out and then go back in again. No, it does. Because what I want to do is potentially immediately build a large refiner. So I just need to double check. I can't remember what we need for it and whether it's different to an ordinary refiner. So refiner unit for the Corvette. We need platinum and hydraulic wiring. So if I take some platinum and hydraulic wiring, and maybe while we're thinking about that, what do we need for these? Metal plating and microprocessors. Well, that's easy enough. Metal plating. Should have some microprocessors. If I don't have them here, I'll have them on my freighter. Need some microprocessors. And was it the wiring, wasn't it? Hydraulic wiring, yeah. That will give me plenty of space. So I won't have to worry about running out of space too much. Where's my hydraulic wiring? Don't say I have to make that. Must have some in here. Yeah, I do. Let's take 10 of those. What was the other thing? Metal plating for that as well? No, platinum, that's right. Platinum. I've got plenty of that. So let's take a couple of thousand of that. Okay. So that should sort me. Take some platinum to make the core refined. What? The core refined? You mean the refine of like I'm just doing? Great minds think alike if you weren't keying off of what I said already. So a couple of thousand platinum. A load of hydraulic wiring. A load of metal plating. Oops. And some microprocessors. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, I've taken a personal Mark II refiner, taken a hyperdrive module. I just happen to have three of those. I have the Atlantid drive. I'm pretty sure you don't get purple systems, but that will take us elsewhere. Some Sentinel weapon shards just because I had some. A pre-packaged launch autocharger. A life support module I happen to have. And a couple of boltcaster upgrades I happen to have. I will probably at some point bring over my current multi-tool just because it's my ridiculously overcharged okay. It's my ridiculously overcharged neutron cannon with the nearly 50,000 damage potential. So taking that over would be a good idea if I want to do the last bit where you have to fight all the sentinels. And apart from that, anybody got any other ideas? DJ Normal Norman. Hi. Where did you get stuck? If you can explain roughly where, I might be able to explain. Okay, start expedition. There's like one of your instincts is like, oh, I'm going to need some chromatic metal, but you don't really. You just need it to begin with, and you're not at the anomaly, so you kind of, some of your instincts are just wrong. You have to do the first planet regardless. Maybe buy an azimuth reactor. Well, I've got what I've got now. Remember this planet not being too bad. And considering we only really need to gather some chromatic and... I'll gather some copper, make some chromatic, and... I can't remember what else we need for that part, but we'll soon remember. What I haven't done is studied my original time I ran the expedition to see what I need. Because I just don't remember it being that hard. Asked you to go to the galaxy map to a mission icon, but I don't know how to highlight it or mark it. Okay, well, first things first. Always make sure in the expedition you select the individual one you want. So it's got those little white markers on, which is probably obvious. You probably already knew that. But if you make sure you've got that, then in your log, it should be the one that's highlighted. And then it can easily be unhighlighted by other things. Say, for instance, if it wanted you to build something. So make sure the actual mission objective you want is highlighted. And then in the galaxy map, which we won't be able to look at for a little while, you should be able to see current mission at the very top. And if it's not marked at the very top of the galaxy map, current mission, make sure it is. And if it's still not showing where you need to go, I'm not 100% sure, but that they would be the first things I would think of in that instance. Until we get to space, I can't really describe anything further than that, but we'll have a look. I think we just get to our ship first, don't we? Investigate your starship. Yeah, we don't use it, but we have to investigate it. Looks like we've got cliffs in front of us. Might as well get the large ferrite dust deposits while I can. I have a feeling we need ferrite. Or do we need carbon? I seem to remember mining a lot of carbon, so we'll do that as well. We've got nothing to sort out my hazard protection. We've got a cave nearby. 'Cause Let's give myself time to think. Yes, I should move out of my just chatting screen. Thanks, Ignition. I'm going on a hunch that it was carbon. I'm not going to look it up. But as there's lots of ready carbon here, right, so where were we? Head towards my ship, which is up there, of course. I remember everywhere has relatively aggressive sentinels, but they tend to not be too nosy. If you're kind of faced towards a cliff, it doesn't really drain. But as soon as you start going forward on a slope, it does start to drain. So you just have to be a little bit careful that you don't end up falling all the way down when you get towards the top. Get that one here. Don't think that one will be, but there should be some more next to it. And ship. Atlas connection not found. Recovery error unrecoverable. An unhealthy buzz sounds from the dashboard. The controls yield and smoulder under my fingers, melted by the heat of the fire. Yet despite the extensive damage, somehow the communicator is still online. Forgotten me, us. The station calls imprint restore. Signal is so compressed that the message is almost indecipherable, yet this voice, like this ship, feels impossibly, intimately familiar. The line goes quiet. Of the voice, only static remains. A packet of data is attached to the transmission. Retrieve orbital uplink blueprint. So it's just chromatic metal. That's the most important part. Okay, so let's get some oxygen while I'm here. There's always an oxygen patch. Where is it? There it is. Hi. Just going to do something that occurs to me. If I can tag it in the... Is it in here? Probably isn't. No. And that would have helped me find it, but it's not taggable by the look of it. Pyrite, sodium, copper. 757. There must be a closer one. Pyrite, sodium, pyrite, sodium, sodium. I mean, sodium might be worth getting. Metal fingers might be worth getting. That's not far away. Let's go over there. Did I mark it? I don't think I did. Where are they there? Yes, uranium is always worth a grab if you spot it. Also, it saves time a bit because that's one of the things we might have looked for anyway. It's gold. That's uranium. Oh, it's quite a big patch. Looks like a double patch. I actually got enough carbon. Yes, I picked up enough. So that's gold. That's uranium. Not bothered about the gold. Uranium. It feels so slow mining at this stage. Should keep the mining beam in the red, maybe. Let's get that. And then gold. Ride that red beam. It's just on the sweet spot then, and I lost it. That's gold. Uranium. Go on. I think this was the last one anyway. Oh, there seems to be one more. Excellent. Probably got too much uranium now. Probably don't need all of this uranium. Right. Especially when I've got the auto charger and back as a backup later. So, where was I? I was going to look around, see if there was a closer copper. That will do. Still quite a way away. That's true. I don't think you can have too much uranium. Certainly in a mature save, I always have an absolute full stack in storage, possibly 2 full stacks in storage. I usually have a full stack in a ship. And that's even in normal mode where you don't really need it that much. So we're going to have to make a actually double check we don't get some. Can't remember what the first reward is. Oh, what do we actually have to do? Oh, to craft the orbital uplink in order to even get. Yeah, so we're going to have to put down a refiner. I don't remember this being a stupidly large amount that we needed for the item. It's just an ordinary thing, isn't it? So 30. So I don't really need an awful lot. Let's start working on the portable refiner. Metal plating. We should have enough for that. Not gold. Copper. Oh, I just split it. Didn't need to split it. Can't remember if we need much more chromatic metal in this expedition. Okay. Basic Corvette modules pack. I seem to remember there's so many Corvette things that the rest of it just seems to be just leading you from one to the other. Assemble your first Corvette. Landing gear, how many do we have? 2. Don't really need 2. But they do reduce launch cost, I guess. Let's put them both together. A hab. Only got the one. Cockpit, only got the one. Now, in the first run through the expedition, we went to one of the planets and started trying to get extra parts, but we didn't really need them in the end. Yeah. And access way and weapon. Put it underneath, because I've got that there, haven't I? Gonna have to go on the side. Unless I move that back, I suppose. Keep forgetting what move is on this thing. Yeah, that one. No. That one. No. That one. Yes. There we go. Compare. Swap with current ship. And we're away. And then it wants us to furnish it. Install a mission radar. Why is it going? Oh, it's because I can't get out of the... You've just completed it. Okay, do that. Prepackaged scatter blaster mod. I remember it kept giving us scatter blaster stuff for no apparent reason. The most useless of weapons. Well, we might as well get them out of our inventory for now. We don't need that there anymore, but... Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we needed much chromatic metal. By the time I get to the anomaly, I'll be reasonably well set up. So excavate 5 Corvette modules. So we have to go to a planet to get them. I seem to remember the frozen planet being one of the better places to get them. And can't autopilot to it yet. Right, so let's have a quick look. So we get Corvette window modules, engage Corvette autopilot for 30 seconds. I can probably do that. I'll do that on the planet because we'll be doing that in order to find stuff anyway. Warp to a new system. So do we get the warping stuff? Prepackaged Cyclone plus prepackaged Starship weapon upgrade. Probably already have. We need some chromatic and we need some microprocessors. Which I'm sure we can buy. Right, as at least 20 informative videos have no doubt explained by now, we can get the salvage relatively easily by just drifting forwards, engaging the autopilot, maintain our current flight path, and scanning as it goes by. It looks like we're a bit low, we're going up and down a lot. So let's scan that one. Hey, we're also going quite fast. Let's get that one. It's proving trickier than it should be. Let me slow down a bit. Even though we didn't do 30 seconds, I don't think. Some oxygen there. Right, so that's nice and slow. Maintain current flight path. We're a little bit higher now, so we're not dodging things all the time. And we can easily select. Cruise hands. Oh, it must be cumulative. Unless it just took a little while to register. And we'll need that cyclotron blister. No, we don't have anything supercharged by the look of it. It's like cyclotron ballista selected. 2 parts received. Check pilot management. Yeah, I mean, you can stand here. It didn't used to be a good place to stand initially because it would really select the that if you're looking forward. So if you have to kind of really look right at the front to do it. And I just find that a little bit cumbersome, but it works. What I like to do is actually just stand on the back and do it, but whatever way you enjoy, I guess. It's nice to watch the world go by. But initially, right back when we were first doing this expedition, it was quite awkward to stand right at the front. It's still a little bit awkward. You can see there's a bit of fiddliness. I think I just got out, didn't I? So I'm not floating by, but that's okay. We've got one there. Okay. Now, because I haven't brought many things with the option for nanites, I'm gonna do the creatures. Like I said, we're not in a hurry. I can jump out. No, I hit landing. Got to stop myself landing Corvettes. Such a bad habit. There's no underground creatures, I don't believe. I think I just looked. I won't bother to get a flying bug this time, even though they are available. Because there's not much running around on planets anyway. That's handy. Don't really need the tech, I don't think. I will put one in there. We're not going to run out of inventory. Did him. First person view might make a difference, I guess. And also, yeah, it is going to be cockpit dependent. You can see there's like a collision thing in this particular cockpit just at the top, I think. Well, there's one. Come on, don't go. He just went below. Oh, he's nice and angry as well. Don't make me shoot you. Okay, let's have a look what we've got already. We've got one ground we haven't got. An underwater in the north. Underwater. Common underwater, always active. Common underwater, all underwater. So one rare ground, always active, we still haven't got. So we just need to wander for a bit. Let's just top up my hazard protection first. My general tactic for finding rare ground creatures is just walk, maybe in a large search circle. It has to be reasonably large so you're picking up new creatures. It can even spawn behind you. The other thing I did in this before is I just, again, used autopilot and stood on the back with very low. But you're not guaranteed to spawn them that way. I just really want those nanites. I'm pretty sure a speedrunner wouldn't bother to do this. Especially as we have to do a derelict at some point anyway. Speedrunner would have probably already hyperdrived out of here by now. Let's go and get that oxygen. Slowly watching my hazard protection fall. And I've got an angry creature. Goodbye, angry creature. Oh, he's going to get me from there. Look, you can see him actually using the attack through the ground. You could see his arms swiping. Ah. Oh, you're gonna force me to shoot you, aren't you? Oh well. This expedition is not supposed to be this hard. It's killed me. It bloomin' killed me. This expedition is not supposed to be this hard. I made it harder than it had to be. Where's my grave? I've got to repair damage and everything. Let's get my grave first. Right, get away. Those stupid animals. I haven't got enough ferro dust on me. I think if I was speedrunning, I would just start again now. Carbon. Scrapatino. That's pure ferro. Oh, bloody hell. It's damaging me. Hi, Alphas. Good to see you. I'm in a bit of a bind here. I'm going to have to tunnel around looking just for ferrites. I haven't got anything that will refine to ferrite. Maybe I should tunnel back to my ship. That would be a good idea. If only I hadn't run so far. Actually, what have I got anything that I could break down for ferrite? I don't think I have. Looking at these stars suddenly dwarf my own troubles and all the gravities of terrestrial life. Look, I'm going to get hit again if I'm not careful. How far away am I? Quite away. But if I pop my head out, it's going to hurt me. No, it's not that. I don't have the ability to recharge. My hazard protection is not going to recharge at all. I don't think it will even... I mean, we can try. I don't think it will let me, but we can try. Let's find out. I'm rubbish with building with the terrain manipulator. That's the other problem. Because I never, ever do it. So... what is it? Switch... cave. Size down. Ah, I just repaired myself. See, this is the problem. I'm rubbish with this thing. Let's make a bit more space. It's an interesting challenge. See, I don't think it's going to let me get anything back. I'm standing on cave. I'm under cave. I think it's because I'm damaged. Let's really make it flat. Yeah, how do I change the shape again? X. I don't think we're going to get repair luck. Okay, I'm going to carry on to my ship. Because it ain't working. Definitely a worthy... oh, now I'm being chased. Again, I'm being chased. Can be swiped from a long way away, so you just have to be a bit careful. What was I doing? I was multi-tool, that's it. Okay. Yep, digging up bamboo is definitely a worthy thing to do. Obviously, if you don't, you'll have lots more bamboo very shortly. I wonder if I can summon my ship. Oh, I can. Why don't I just do that? Things aren't quite as bad as I thought. Ah, you... He says, getting bitten by an animal. Right. So, we got some ferrite dust. Not quite sure where I got that ferrite dust from. I didn't have it a minute ago. Did I have it in my starship? I must have done. How things can spiral. It's not even permadeath. Right, so... Might be going a little bit too fast for creature spawning. They need to be quite low. You can do your own thing during an expedition. There's no hurry to finish it. You still must have about 4 weeks or so, or at least 3.5 weeks. The crystal's there, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, now, which phase is the mission you're stuck at, by the way? We'll have a look at the actual wording of the mission. The phase and the mission name, if you've got it handy. The phase, if you haven't. So is it the phase 1 warp to a new system, the one I'm on right now? Yeah, I'm not getting any creature spawnings. You can get creature spawnings from your ship, but I don't know if it's because I'm too fast or what. Just need to be a little bit wary that I don't run into those stupid... aggressive creatures. I wonder if that last aggressive creature that attacked me just as I got on the ship was the rare one that I was looking for. My bet is it was, because it was a predator and it was a cat. I don't think I've got a predatory, one of those spiky alien cats yet. Yep, it was. So that's irony for me. The one I definitely made sure to run away from. I should have just then turned around and scanned it. Just landed. I would try and get those storm crystals, but I've got some hypercores in my inventory in the anomaly, so I don't really need to worry. Don't want to stray too far from my ship during this storm. There it is, look. Yes, he is the aggressive cat. And my ship is... where? I haven't got any hypercores. Now I can use a train manipulator and get underneath. And keep an eye out for aggressive creatures. Locate the direction of my ship. It shouldn't be too far away. It isn't. I should have killed the creature, even though my instincts always say not to kill them. Because I need some meat at some point. Let's not worry about that right this second. Let's take off. Can't even see the fauna I want to shoot. There's one. Yeah, it's not giving me... Okay, done. Back to full health. Underwater next. See, the advantage of this planet is it doesn't have any undergrounds. The disadvantage is it's got fauna that attack you and storms. You tend to forget how dangerous fauna are when you haven't been playing permadeath much. Is there a fishing spot someone's? Otherwise I've got to wait for the storm to properly. A-class tool, that's kind of tempting. Oh, this looks like water anyway. Can never tell with the way these spawn these days, but yeah, that's fine, that's water. There's some in the north, isn't it? So I've got to move to get the last one. Wait, don't go away. That's the nighttime one. If it is nighttime. There's one down there. Only one to get. Actually, should stay there and have a quick look. Is it north or is it south? North. Of course it's going to be where I'm not. I'm not very far south. I'm only 1287, so we can just go a little bit north. I was playing in HUDless the other day in order to take some footage. And I couldn't for the life of me activate that thing in the water to get back into my ship without the HUD. Still haven't got north on it. It's very strange. You'd have thought that would be an easy thing to fix. I have definitely reported it via Zendesk. Minus 11. Let's go up a bit. Oh, we're now in ground. Didn't stay water. The newer terrain system they switched to is not as good for finding water when you're in the sky, because you spot what looks like water, like for instance over there, and then if you approach it, it isn't. Yes. It's a terrain generation mirage, though. It's frustrating. It gets worse on smaller planets, I think. That must be water, surely. Must be in the north by now as well. Yes. Well, despite the faff, the plan is coming together eventually. Just ignore all the dying stuff. I mean, that was a minor inconvenience. There you are. Remember to claim the nanites. We should be set up for nanites. I'm looking at that thing there, little readout on the dashboard. Plus 40.27. Right, so we are on the... Where is it? We are on can't take to the sky, warp to a new system. And in case this is the one that Norman was doing, you do have to repair everything first. So that might be what's holding you up. I can't tell, obviously. But so, for instance, in my hyperdrive, I've got to repair the chromatic metal and the microprocessor. Now, the first thing to check is whether or not we can buy any chromatic metal in the space station, because we don't have a lot of copper at the moment. I do have a bit of cash and a few things I can sell. What windows have we been given? Just give me some space. Welcome back, Ignition. It's definitely nice to be able to look out in space, even if they're not fully... Look at that connection issue still, look. You really do have to do a bit of work, but... I was having this discussion on Reddit today about the number of bugs with this. And they're like, oh, there's so many people that are just apologists for Hello Games. It's like, they're not a major company. There is a reason why we apologize for their bugs sometimes, because they're an independent publisher. It just feels like a AAA game. It isn't a AAA game. I didn't die again, no. Just the once. Unless you didn't see me dying, but you did, I think. Microprocessors. We haven't got enough cash yet. What can we sell? Could sell some of the uranium if I really had to, I suppose. Sell the gold. And sell that. I should pop that. Keep that for now. Sell the geodesite. I mean, I need 3. Just double check. Want to buy too many? Yeah. There's nothing to refine to chromatic here. Might as well buy that. Don't need ammonia, I don't think. I guess I could... I don't think I've got anything to dismantle even, have I? No, I don't have anything to dismantle. I am going to be forced to go and get some more chromatic. Suppose I... Oh, that's not going to... That's not going to give me chrome, is it? I can't be bothered to look it up, to be honest. Yep, from Scatter Blaster. Yeah, I suppose I could do the Scatter Blaster. The S-Class? Let's make a save and see what I get. Because I'm certainly not going to keep them. Didn't get any. Scatter Blaster itself, maybe? Nope. I'm going to reload anyway to see what happens. Nothing in my ship. I don't think that dismantles. No. Well, it didn't, though. It didn't give me any. Whether there's just a limitation here to stop me getting them that way, I don't know. But it didn't give me any. It's magnetized ferrite and wiring loom. Pugnium and wiring loom. Magnetic resonator and wiring loom. 50 chromatic from the bolt caster. I do have another weapon now, so I could do that. 50, 60, yes, I've got enough there. So I could do that. So that's the chromatic. That's the microprocessor. Excellent. Yeah, I completely forgot that you could look at the bottom. That would have been a lot quicker than just trying it and then reloading. Right, so then once, if this is the one that Norman was having problems with, and we'll just, if he's not at this desk, it's 1 minute 17. I mean, 1 hour 17 minutes into this stream. First of all, if I'm going into the galaxy map, it should say expedition route. And it doesn't matter where you actually have to go to for this one, if this is the one he's having problems with. But you do have to make sure that in the log you have can't take the sky, and also that you've repaired the things above it. So before this, it would have said that I needed to repair my hyperdrive. And as you saw, one way of getting some of the chromatic metal to do that was to strip out my bolt caster. And another way would be to mine copper and just refine it. And I did need also to buy some microprocessors from the space station in order to repair the hyperdrive. So if that is the stage that Norman was having problems with, then... Oh, and the other thing is you need to make sure, I think I said this, you need to make sure that nothing else is selected. You have to make sure it can't take to the sky is selected. And it should be fine. You should just be able to warp anywhere from then. It doesn't matter what the marker is. We're just going to we said one of these systems had... I can't remember which one it was. I haven't taken notes. Pretty sure one of them had some really good hyperdrive modules. I'm not going to worry too much because I've got some in the anomaly. New griefing technique. Glitch a massive Corvette flying anomaly. There are people doing this, yes. There are other people that are building massive Corvettes and parking themselves in front of the space stations, deliberately to block the entrance to the space station. Even though you can just turn off multiplayer and make them go away, they're doing it just for the kicks, I guess, because newbie players won't know how to get to the space station. These seem a bit tougher than they were first time round. We have to defeat 3. I'm going to get slightly closer to the space station, just in case. I did feel like when they very first did the expedition, it was quite early on. I did feel like the expedition wasn't giving me as many sentinels as it should. As if it wasn't as hard as it should be. I don't know for sure. It just feels like surely what should be happening is every time I warp I get them, but I wasn't getting that. Or maybe it's every time you warp if you haven't beaten them yet. And I did do it the first time we saw them. I hate it when it tries to